It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers' creative quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the 49ers and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now the first carry here for the running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. You talk about this Jets defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playing football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
When you can imagine a third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The Niners at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Well, they started the drive back to pretty deep, and a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Gonzalez. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 60 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. They had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. You talk about this Jets defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So 5 yards there is where the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. Down to the 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up the throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he's free going down the left side. It's a full race. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. McCaffrey on the counter, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a throw here, hold in, and that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown for the Niners. What a great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 61 yards. And the Jets have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The throw to the middle, taken in, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Back to throw here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the turnover, it's Tua. Catch is made by Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Tua now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Akers is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Tua wants to throw it on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Landry Jones leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Tua. Finding Hardman here over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll force him out of a 3rd and 14. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And taken right at the 35. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 49ers 26-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. He's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw again. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with career touchdown number 70. And the 49ers are back within a score.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Off a play action, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And now off to races down the right side. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 39er touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tua going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to get catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. His defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And it'll work forward for about 4 as they get him down at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, get a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Moody good here, the extra point.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So the Jets now down by 8, 1:06 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the intercept.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit, force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to...
And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now Moody for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing Tua. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Niners, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Saints, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stand right back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 35-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The Niners in 12-1 now to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field. Put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Bass. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. You look at this Niner defense, and they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's still on his feet. He may go. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now Cade York for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. When you look at this Saints defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. But he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
It's a loss of 2.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to third and long. Then here, just nothing available, and he's got to throw it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
There he goes, left side. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've got a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
York able to send this one through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Trying to lay one up deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown! 34 yards. And the 49ers are once again back in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Moody good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they go. It's Bass, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throw left side complete. That's Washington.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up.
It's a foot race. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
A York on now for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
3rd and 4. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Right side complete to Mechie. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now. There's a look of surprise in the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And this, a 10-point game as they've reached halftime. The Bills trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll move from Southern California to Southern Nevada as we head over to check on the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll look to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the throw right sideline is complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed one. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you get the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
48 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow with his second touchdown of
taken the lead here this third quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. Bass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Out of the gun now on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted up.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Taken from just outside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The open man here, run throw. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, point, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. Here in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Moody good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he
takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd. In trouble, and he's taken down. Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now
his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, starting with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 16. A little under a minute 50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's got his target. It's Olave.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll look to throw again.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets his down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again.
This will be complete to Mechie. Here's 1st down.
They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That 2nd second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for San Francisco, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints,